We are really about to see both Mahoraga and Rika fighting alongside each other and jumping Dabura at the same time. Bro, I was making joke videos a couple days ago saying that the only chance Yuka stood against Dabura was if she genuinely and literally pulled out Mahoraga and Rika on his head, and with the latest JJK modulo chapter confirming that Yuka now has the 10 Shadows technique, it is entirely possible that she got possession of the ring that Yuka gave her with Rika still inside, meaning that she could be bringing out the Queen of Curses to fight alongside the God of Adaptation in the next chapter. Guys, at first I thought Yuka was absolutely cooked against Dabura, but now Dabura might be the one who's actually cooked. Listen, a lot went down this week. Like, genuinely, so much stuff happened in this latest JJK modulo chapter, to the point where the leaks were literally impossible to avoid no matter where you went. Like, this week truly felt like the peak JJK leaks era when Gojo and Sukuna were fighting. And listen, I know a lot of people don't like leaks, but personally, the feeling of everyone getting to witness Mahoraga's beautiful return and seeing everyone's reaction to it in real time as the pages were dropping one by one was amazing. Like, I cannot wait for next week because the amount of people that are gonna be there as the leaks are dropping in real time is just gonna keep growing and growing every week as this fight continues. Now, back to the topic of the video. Yes, it is true that this entire time Yuka's curse technique has been the 10 Shadows. So when we saw her using these claws in the past, it was actually her using the abilities of the divine dogs through herself, just like we saw Sukuna do with Mahoraga's adaptation wheel, and with Max Elephant's water attack, which he used like a piercing blood. We got this confirmation of her having the 10 Shadows in the most aura-filled way, because as she was dropped out of a plane that flew over Dabura's head, and after she hit the quick honored one pose, she then started the Mahoraga summoning ritual as she was falling, and here we see the divine dogs giving her the nastiest aura lob of all time by circling around her as she's landing. And right before she hit the ground in front of Dabura, she fell into her shadow to hide and save herself from Mahoraga killing her, and after she disappeared, we then saw the big Raga himself crashing right on top of her shadow, and with the biggest grin on his face, this man was standing right before Dabura. Oh my. This is why I love JJK, bro. We are back, bro. We are back. Now, the JJK fandom lacks basic reading comprehension. So there is a lot of misinformation going around about how Yuka actually got the technique and about whether or not this means Megami is dead. So let me just explain it for you guys. For starters, Yuka is a Zenin. She is the granddaughter of Maki, and Maki is obviously a Zenin. So this means that Yuka was able to inherit the technique due to the Zenin blood in her veins. We saw Megami get the 10 Shadows the exact same way because his father, Toji, also had a heavenly restriction just like Maki. Now, does Yuka having the 10 Shadows mean that Megami is dead? No. The amount of people I've seen online trashing on Megami already, thinking he actually died just because Yuka has the 10 Shadows, is absurd. And it's almost as if all of them watched JJK without paying a single ounce of attention, because we have seen multiple times in the show that multiple people can have the same inherited technique at the same time. Naoya and Naobito are a perfect example of this, as they both had projection sorcery. Now, as rare and as busted as the 10 Shadows technique is, it is still entirely possible that multiple people can have the technique at the same time, because in JJK, the only single ability or trait, whatever you want to call it, that is confirmed to only be able to be granted to one person at a time is the 6 Eyes. That is the only one. Not even the Limitless was stated to only be able to have one user at a time, let alone the 10 Shadows. So all the people that are going around saying that it's not possible for there to be multiple 10 Shadows users are just blatantly lying, with nothing in the anime or the manga to support their claims. So no, Megami is not confirmed to be dead just because we now see that Yuka has the 10 Shadows, and in all honesty, the reason that Yuka is probably even aware of the fact that she can hide in the shadows like this is due to Megami teaching her, because Megami's first time hiding in the shadows himself was after Shibuya. Anyways, Yuka having the 10 10 shadows is absolutely crazy, but even with a Mahoraga that is amped by Yuka's death binding vow, let's be real, it's still not going to be enough to stop Dabura, especially due to the fact that out of all the 10 shadows, Yuka seems to only have the divine dogs unlocked because the only abilities she's displayed is her claw attacks, which means she is nowhere near skilled enough with the 10 shadows to help out in this fight, so all she can really do is hide in the shadows and hope that Mahoraga is enough. But we all know Dabura could most likely take out Mahoraga on his own, so the only way I see Yuka winning this fight is by also having Rika fight alongside Mahoraga. Think about this for a second. Yuka literally made a death binding vow, and she knows there is no getting out of this fight with her life. And with Dabura being just as powerful and menacing as Sukuna, why wouldn't she give him absolutely everything she's got at her disposal to have the best chance at winning? She had like a month to prepare for this fight, and she also got help from the jujutsu organization, so I think it makes complete sense that they would all come to the agreement of having Tsurugi give her back the ring that contains Rika so that she can have both Rika and Mahoraga fight for her. Now, even if the Jujutsu Society were to disagree with the plan for whatever reason to have Rika fight, I know for a fact that Tsurugi would do everything in his power to protect his sister, so he would just ignore them and give her the ring anyways. With all this in mind, I'm very confident that we could genuinely be seeing Yuka summon Rika in the next chapter. Like, could you imagine the aura and level of power she's about to have with two of the strongest summons in the entire verse? JDAWG really is one sick man to create a character this goated, only to instantly take her away from us because, come on guys, we know she's not making it out of this fight alive. She already made a death binding vow, she summoned Mahoraga and started the ritual, and she only has a couple days left to live due to her cancer. So unless some sort of miracle happens like Yuji Itadori the GOAT showing up, she's absolutely cooked. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the long form videos, please drop a like and subscribe for your boy, because truly it helps out more than you know. Like, I've genuinely had so much fun these past 2 months making JJK vids, and I am not gonna stop. We got too much peak coming up.